Hello YouTube, Joe here once again. Today let's build a custom sanding block that will last you a lifetime. Or almost, depending upon how you treat it. I have whipped up something really simple here to pretend that's going to be my new block. But perhaps you want to build little ones like this and have that nice angle on the front so you can get into those corners. Nonetheless, I'm just going to show how you treat the bottom of anything you'll make so it'll last a good long time in perfect shape. Now, you got to start with a really smooth surface. If your bench isn't and you have a piece of glass on hand or a piece of really smooth plastic that doesn't have any scratches in it, that would be best. Followed by a baggie, some type of poly that is wrinkle free. And it's okay if it's got printing on it, just turn it around so it's that side's down. And you want this piece to be just slightly bigger than your sanding block you're going to make. Okay? Next, you're going to get yourself some really thin super glue, CA. And hopefully off camera you would have first figured out that the tip was clogged, but nonetheless we got it handled. And what you're going to do is you're going to put down enough CA that when you put your block down, it's going to cover the block. And we were a little short. Typically what you want to see is a little spillover, a little bit coming around the corners, just a little. And then very carefully wick it away with a super thick paper towel where your fingers can't touch it. Because if your fingers are touching where that CA touches paper towel and it kicks fast, it'll smoke and burn you. So keep that away from your skin while you are doing this. Hold it down tight on the table and only wait for, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And the CA should have, unquote, kicked. You can turn around and look at the bottom and see we missed in the corner here. It's a little light, but the rest of it did really well. Can you see that or no? See that little spot up there? Nonetheless, we're going to peel this off. And what it leaves is a really shiny, smooth, unbelievable surface instantly. Now, fear not. If you have a little corner that didn't come out, that's all right. Wipe your surface down, and if you have any residual on it, just get yourself a new baggie or what have you. But next, go ahead and feel free and get the spots that didn't work out good. So for me, I would be doing this spot here and a little up here. So redo that. Just hold it down. Same thing. Wick away what's going around the edges. And again, keep those fingers clear of that. You will be very unimpressed when that kicks on your skin and it welds that paper towel right to your hand, and really hot too. It's not funny, no, I shouldn't be laughing at all, but it's happened to me too many times. Here we're a good 10 seconds. Oops, don't wrinkle it. Pushing down. And you should be able to just peel it right off. Give it a nice angled peel. And that is very, very, very nice this time. Worked real good. Now all you need to do is get that little bit off the edges, and that's pretty simply done with just a light sanding. But you have to make sure that it's completely cured first. You don't want any tack. This has to be smooth as glass, tack free. And it's almost tacky free right now. We're missing a little bit up the middle now, is starting to soak in. And I've lost my sheen. That may happen to you too, depending upon how hard your wood is. Just feel free. Do one more shot. Again, make sure your surface is nice, otherwise it will show up. Give yourself another hose down, if you will. Set her free. And there you go. One more. And wick her up. It's as simple as that, you guys. You've now made yourself a block that has been hardened, and I mean hardened, with that CA. It soaks in so good. Now, when you put your tape on and pull your tape off, it won't bring along grain every time you peel your tape off. And it won't leave little bumps behind. It will always be really nice. Now, for those of you who it didn't end up perfect, maybe your bench has got a little mark in it, maybe the table had some, whatever it is, all you have to do next is wait until it dries 100%, and you're going to deck this with like some 400 grit. So take a piece of 400 grit, set it on something that's ultra smooth, whether it's a piece of glass or maybe it's a cast iron surface on a machine or something that has, that you can set that on, and real gently, you want to face that really gently till you look at it on an angle and you can see that it's all been perfected. If you find that any spots are still drying on you like that, let the whole thing cure. You've stacked up your coats a little too quick. It didn't cure and it's starting to soak in. So we need to wait. I've pushed it a little too fast for the camera. You might want to put a couple minutes in between this. But this is the way we do it and get it all glass smooth. Let's pretend that it didn't do that. You want to next sand your sides, just a really, really light sanding to get the sides smooth again, because you'll have that flash, if you will, that's around the sides from the CA. Feel free to just give that a little push down as you're sanding past it. All right? Once you have all your sides decked, do it real gently, though. It's important to most blocks that you keep a 90-degree edge. So if you ever need to sand on its side, like this one, you're going to have a perfect edge of 90 on something. This one, not so much, because it'd be a little tougher to balance that at a 90. But nonetheless, keeping your sides true for those times you might do it is a great idea. So anyway, once you're done polishing that thing to 400 grit at least, hit it with 600 next. And after you have it to 600 and you look at the edge real good, so all of it has been done to 600 grit, then you can take some Mother's aluminum polish, put a little bit on a rag, and give this a few strokes on there, and it'll start to shine almost like glass. At which point you have the best sanding block. You're ready to roll. Anytime you tape to it, you'll be able to remove the tape. The CA will never come off. It'll be great for you. You'll be happy, I guarantee it. Let me know what you think. Custom sanding blocks in no time. Take care.